Welcome. We're going to do a Places of Opposites reading for Wednesday, August 23rd. It encapsulates the 10-day window of the weekend prior all the way through to next Wednesday. Yeah, I'm doing actually a double recording tonight. We're testing this new headset situation, and hopefully we can get both good audio and good video. So far that has been the challenge. It's been one or the other. So we will test and decide which way it goes, and we'll move forward from there. So tonight I'm using a traditional tarot deck, and I really don't know anything about it. I received it as a gift inside this handmade pouch, which was very cool. But that's the extent of what I know about it. It has different illustrations than the Rider-Waite, so it is not that styling, but I'm not really sure what it is. So, all right, let's set the intention with the prayer. The blessings of the Supreme Being, that whatever happens during this Places of Opposites reading will benefit each of us in our spiritual growth, awareness, and understanding. So pray for clear communication, and that this video finds those who need it in the moment that they need it, in a way that allows them to contemplate their life situations and get clarity and move through energies that are limiting them. So that is a very important aspect. I do readings that are time frame readings, the Places of Opposites, so that people can use those in their own life for evaluating energies. They're not predictive, though. They are not saying what's going to happen in a week. They're just identify energies that you're working with. And as such, energy is a funny thing because spirit doesn't understand time or space. To spirit, everything is right now and right here. So time and space is a 3D convention for the physical body. And so if you find this video and it's not August 23rd, 2017, that's okay. Hopefully whatever you find in this will speak to you in the time that you are finding it. So, okay. Places of Opposites reading, I think I said, is 10-day window. They overlap. The top card has to do with what we are aware of is happening, our focus, things that are obvious to us. Opposite of that are subconscious things or things happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of, that are helping to create the situation. To the left is where we are coming from, or often our analytical wisdom, the way our mind processes things. To the right is where we are headed, and our emotional wisdom, how we feel about things, our gut instinct. The center card is a theme card, kind of ties everything together, or if you have a specific question in mind when you started this video, it could be the answer or the resolution energy, or the energy that helps you find the resolution. So, all right. So, just gonna go. Because we're going to use psychometry. I was going to try and deal off the top, but it just did not feel right. So, all right, top card. Opposite of that. To the left, the analytical wisdom. To the right, emotional wisdom. And the center. All right. Hmm. Okay, so top card, things we are aware of. The Queen of Pentacles. This card is about some about the creation things, but a lot of times about the preservation and the caretaking of things that you've already created. It's the maintenance on your house. It's the touching base with your clients and making sure that you're getting feedback, that you're checking in with them. It's just all the things that that you've created physically and the resources you've used. It's maintaining those and keeping them in good shape, and to some extent nurturing them, but it's less about growing them and more about maintaining them, keeping them in good shape and ready for your use, those kinds of things. Yeah. Okay, opposite of that, behind the scenes, is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is an action card, and it's about taking those brave actions just because they feel right, just because they're kind of very passionate, impassioned actions that don't have logical rhyme or reason. They don't have rules or things that make sense. It feels right, and for some, this is a romantic impulsiveness. But what I'm seeing here is it's just really following the truth of what's inside you with passion and conviction and impulse, almost a sense of knowing. And these two opposite of each other is interesting because you have very deliberate actions of caretaking and maintaining and making sure things are in place, and very it's almost a plodding, precise, deliberate energy, slow moving, and this is much faster. This is more just split-second decision, and it feels right, and I'm going to do it because it's just exciting and it just makes me feel right. So you may feel yourself doing things that aren't necessarily what you expected to find yourself doing. And there is a caution to that, especially if you are taking deliberate action to maintain or grow something. You definitely want to follow your heart, and taking those risks is sometimes a great thing, but you just got to know how to understand where you're coming from and understand whether the impulsive action you're taking is something that you're taking because it feels good and it's exciting to you, or if it's something that you're doing unconsciously or without awareness or out of obligation or fear, and others' expectations seems to be coming up. So to the left, the analytical wisdom, we have transition. This is your mind knowing that it's time to make changes, it's time to grow, it's time to let go of the past and embrace the future. But at all times of transition, whether they are the physical death of someone or something, or the closing of a business, or just ending a hobby that you've been doing, whatever it is, whatever it's time for you to change, it always comes with grief, and it always comes with stagnation, and it always comes with moments of questioning yourself. But as you can see, this person is moving into the light. They are moving away from what is old and done towards the light. They're moving towards what's new in the next step. So allow the transitions to be everything they need to be. Honor them, honor your feelings about them, but don't let fear of change or being uncomfortable with things changing keep you from making those transitions, because they're going to happen. You know, there's there's a lot you get choice over in your free will, but there are some things that, you know, they're going to end. Things are going to change, and whether you embrace that or cause that or not is up to you. I do see where there's a lot of you that know that it's the time to make a transition, and you've been putting it off because you don't want to make it uncomfortable for someone, or you're not really sure what's coming next. But if you know that it's time to end or make a change, do it. Just put it into play, because in the long run it'll work out better for you. Moving forward, and our emotional wisdom, this is the Magician. This is the card of taking everything you think, feel, know, all the resources, pulling together and using alchemy to create something new in the physical world that doesn't exist yet. It's manifestation at its most potent, and it's also very inspiring. And the fact that this is in the emotional wisdom, opposite of transition, you know, not only do you mentally know that it's time to make this transition and make the changes, but you are already creating intuitively the next thing. Excuse me. Pardon me. And so this is a very big energy, and allow yourself to make those steps, to take the risks, to follow your emotional wisdom, as well as honoring what you know in your mind to be true. Just don't let your mind talk you out of the things you know you need to do. And in the center, we have the Page of Pentacles. Now this is the nurturing card. This is the wanting to grow something new, wanting to create something, and to have it be beautiful and golden, and to leave a legacy. It's about, it's about, I see very strongly where it's about what you want to create, what you are creating. I mean, you got the Magician, is something that you want to last a long time. You want it to grow in a natural order, and to blossom and have fruition, and to have a legacy, and to have seasonal timings with it, so it can flow and restart, and, you know, it doesn't just burn itself out. It grows and evolves, and that very much comes into play with managing the resources, maintaining things so that they can be used and grow, as well as, you know, making the decisions, taking the risks that come from your heart, that come from the things that motivate you on levels, spiritual, emotional, things that you can't necessarily explain to others. So this reading is pretty big energies. Growth, creation, endings, beginnings, you know, and I really see, as you're making the transition and starting something new and manifesting, it's important that you have all of your resources in order, and that you have them in play in a way where they can maintain and sustain you. So pay attention to that. All right, that's the Places of Opposites for Wednesday, August 23rd. Allow yourself to make the changes. Allow yourself to follow your inner promptings. You know the right timings to do things. You are creating things on levels far beyond what your mind can understand, even though your mind is very good at recognizing good courses of action and the right decisions to make. And it is recognizing the time for transition. So take care. We will see you tomorrow for another daily reflection. Or if you just only tune in for Places of Opposites, we'll see you next week. Take care. I'm Reverend Shireen, and have a blessed day.